Meowdy! Hello, hello! I am definitely on time and totally prepared. That's why I definitely have enough keys for the story quest. I'm very good at this, as you can definitely tell. I'm gonna start off with daily commissions for no reason in particular. Totally doesn't have to do with the fact that I am 4 daily commissions off from getting a key. Yeah, Fontaine's coming soon! Has my sanity returned? Yes, it has. I have realized too that streaming Eureka is not as great as doing it off stream, just because when I'm off stream, I can just watch Trigun. Again, instead of putting it on hold for ages, because I'm just clicking one button over and over. I'm on episode 12. Things are sad. But, yeah, I can go and do this, and you know what? I don't have to worry about Story Quest Quick Keys next time, because next time, Fontaine is here! Yeah, I'm really excited for Fontaine. Oh, it's gonna be... it's been a while since we had, like, new mechanics and, like, new, like, you know, places to... I mean, I don't want to say explore because I feel like I'm gonna get called out for not exploring a lot of Sumeru, which is valid and true. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What was this request again? Hello! I am doing well! Cat no like water. Aqua cat. Listen, if there can be sea bunnies, there can be sea cats. I have no idea if there is a sea cat. However, sea bunnies are in fact adorable. From the nation of touching grass to the nation of hydrate. Catfish! I mean, yeah, close enough. I don't know. Do they have like cat-like personalities? I think they're named after like because they have like the whiskers, right? But like, what is the most cat-like of a fish? I'm trying to, because like I only know like some freshwater fish. I know that tiger barbs are aggressive as all hell, but not every cat's aggressive. Oh no, you're back. Yeah, I've done this before. Okay, that's fine. I will help. Yeah, I can't believe Genshin is calling us out for not taking care of ourselves. But you know what? Yeah, no, hydration is important. Please do that. Not salt water, though, which I assume is what is in Fontaine. Who am I going to be rolling for in 4.0? I am gonna use some rolls on Lenny. I have to. He has a cat in a hat. It's adorable. It's the best thing in the world. So I'm going to do a couple rolls on that. I do ultimately want to say for Chlorine, but if I really hope that the banner doesn't immediately follow Lenny. Although the drip marketing for today came out, right? Like some came out like yesterday or today or something, right? Yeah, it's the judge and name I can't pronounce. the other guy, the W something. Wait, no constellation? Ooh, that's interesting. Am I gonna go for the judge? No, because there are more characters to save for. Okay, Nouvelle feels more easier to pronounce. Because like, I have like, because like in French, like the et part of that, like it's actually a, right? So Nouvelle, Nouvier, something like that. The judge has question mark. Ooh, that's sus. Is he a robot? I don't know. Dark mode Sampo. I mean, Riothisly. Where's the stress on that? Riothisly or Riothisly or Riothisly? French is very hard for me. Not pulling for sussy for sussy magician or pulling for Sampo boxer version. The judge. Okay. I have more characters that I would want over them, so I'm not going to pull on them. That's ultimately my reason. If I could, I would. I think it's really interesting that his constellation is question mark. I still have a weird, unexplainable hatred for Sampo. I don't know why. I just want to dropkick him. I do not understand. I hope that that doesn't somehow extend to Riothusly. Like, I have no reason for this. I mean, I guess he's sus and stuff, but like, I like sly characters. I don't know why I want to dropkick him so bad. Like, I met the man and I'm just like, yes. Ah, I've been bonked. Bonk Sampo, not me. Sorry, you have a very punchable face. And I'm sure that's nothing. And then he opened his mouth and tried to take my credit card information. So, you know, I feel like it's a little justified. Did I see the drip marking? Yes, I did. It's a Newton, Fig Newton, and hopefully not punchable Sampo. I heard his ult too, and that made me want to do Jack. I can't pronounce his name. He's now Fig Newton. Sunsietas. I probably have a lot of those. Wrigley's Cup. Rich Oceanic. Oceanic with a job. Congrats on winning against Cocolia. That's a fun fight. Right. That is 1 of 4. I'll have to run back. Sampo's definitely that one telephone scammer asking for your credit card. What's really funny is, so at Otakon, there was a Star Rail stamp rally. And they had like a bunch of chibis, and like ultimately you were trying to get like once you went to all the places, you get like a bunch of like really good stickers, by the way. But of the chibis on the back of the stamp rally. And like the one for Sampo was literally a blurb of like trying to get your credit card information, which is the most in character thing. Big Newton in Worcester sauce. Wait, no, that's right. And Worcester is just as unpronounceable. I don't know why I can say it. I have done this before. Feel better. Ah! Have I played Persona games? I have played most of Persona 4 on the original PS2, not Golden. I forgot why I stopped. I think I got busy. But I do know what happens in it, and I absolutely... Yeah, vanilla. Because I saw it at a game store, and I have a PS2. And I also totally guessed the the final well, not the final boss, but like the, you know, the one character I'm talking about, because I saw the character and I was like, you have a character portrait, you're a bad guy. I don't trust you. Which was very funny. I met him in 2 minutes and was like, no, no, goodbye, you sus man. So I hope I'm being vague enough, so in case people haven't played it. It's good. Oh, I think the other reason is because I think I burned myself out of P4 just because I kept doing all of the side quest stuff and like was trying to like essentially do a perfect run on my first run, which is like probably not great. I probably should stop trying to complete stuff when I do it the first time. What mic am I using for streaming? I am using the, what is it? The freaking font on my mic is faded because of how long I've had it. Oh, that's so funny. It's a USB mic. It's a MXL one. It's a little on the pricier side, but like I used it when I like first started out, like doing voice stuff like underneath like a blanket next to my laptop. Because I knew nothing about microphones at the time. Yeah, I knew nothing about microphones, but it's serving me well. I think it's pretty good, and it's held up for, oh gosh, how many years? Those was like 8 years now? Wow. Oh no, time. I don't like that. Oh wait, no. I need to change my team. I need to change my team. This is not my friendship team. Wait. I went from 0 nihility to 5 nihility? Wait, hold on. So that's gonna be Kafka and Luca for sure. Would that be... Did you get Welt? Welt, Hela? Oh, and Sampo. Oh, wow. That is a lot. Nice. Congrats. As a Welt appreciator, he's very good as a DPS. Do not let the people who tell you to make him into a debuffer win. He is an amazing DPS. Ooh, and Silver. Oh, wow. That is a really solid team. Have I completed all the Archon's quest? I have. So I can get started on Fontaine once it drops. Yeah, I keep it on the down low. You never would realize I'm a Welt appreciator. Never. Not at all. You don't need to perceive my 120 something crit Welt. World Crests. Crests? Quests.
Dare to mess with me?
Crests is Three Houses, which is a game that I still... I mean, I did one route.
Emerge right now. Emerge.
Ah, no! Let me see. Emily says she's skipping Kafka? Yeah, same. Nothing against Kafka. I think she's really fun. I've been using her in the trials for the event. But like, I have to save. I want Imbibitor Lune. I really want Imbibitor Lune. I want to do the funny mono imaginary team, even though I know it's not optimal. Let's see. Oh man. Completing World Quest is finally over. Ooh, congrats! In Star Rail or Genshin? Because if it's Genshin, then oh my god, you have so much patience. Genshin. Oh shoot, congratulations. That is a lot more patience than I ever would have. Disregard wealth, acquire wealth. Exactly, who needs wealth when you have wealth? Is voice acting hard? I think that's gonna be something that differs between people. Just cause like, it's a skill that you have to like, you know, you have to work on and everything. Comes easier for some people. It's again, it's something that also just takes a lot of practice and stuff. It gets easier once you get more familiar with it. So I think that sorry for my non-answer, but it's kind of a variable one. I enjoy it a lot, so that's not an answer, but
My tails are turning into ice cubes.
it is now.
Inside near the fireplace.
Ah, no, I didn't mean to press that.
My fur won't get singed as long as I don't get too close to it, right?
Let's see. I'm not gonna roast Emily more when she's not here. Yeah, you gotta let her defend herself. I'm gonna have to just run across. Okay. Why don't you guys freeze? That's rude. It's been a while since I've been in the kind of dragon. Ah!
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other. There's no other choice, rather. It's because of Kafka's great personality.
Nothing lasts
Emphasis on the P.
right now.
Remembering that Maxwell video. Anyway. Star Rail quests are quick. Yeah, no, Star Rail quests are way quicker to finish. I mean, it's also hasn't been out for as long, so we might get longer ones. I don't know. I think it's funny that you can literally skip the Kafka quest if you just refuse her like 8 times in a row or something. Like, that's... I do appreciate that that's an option. I didn't do that. I saw like a video recommended to me, and I just think that's kind of neat. I don't have anything that can break your shield. Federal psyop, Yelan.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Barely have patience for the oculi. I used to have more patience for the oculi. I have all of the animoculi and the geoculi. I gave up starting on Inazuma. The secret HS. Yes, I do know. I absolutely know. It is so good. And okay, grabbed everything. Completed all the HSR and Genshin World. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for you, but congrats. 500 Hydro Oculi. I mean, would it be easier or harder if you have the ability to swim and they're... Oh, they would hide them better, wouldn't they? Ooh. Ooh, that would suck. Maybe one of these days I'll do oculi hunting. I don't feel like that's something I would want to do on my own just because, like, it's not as fun. Because I have to, like, cross-reference constantly to know which ones I've gotten and stuff. Especially with the electroculi. Swimming with Kokomi. Huh. She finally returns to her habitat. Eye of the Storm. Okay. That should be fine. Well. Oh no, come back! Oh, I got ya! Ha!
Emerge. Right here.
Oh, I thought I dodged that. Okay. 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 Huh? Where did you... You jerk! You moved! I'm here. I'm here. Spin. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, come on! Come on! Come on! Why can't I hit you? That's so rude! I literally can't hit you!
Right here.
Come on! Oh my gosh. Alright, there we go. Hyperbloom. Yeah, this is my friendship team, and I was just like, yeah, I'll gather the friendships by doing this. I think that was all 4. So. Maybe I'll actually, finish, or start exploring Sumeru.
Add Astra. Thank you for coming.
Okay. There's my friendship stuff. I can switch my teams back. Back to Hyperbloom. Yeah. Also, I just realized I haven't picked up the mail. Anyway. Now, I can do the thing. Aha! Bam! Boba, exactly. Plants grow better when you use boba instead of water, right? Obviously. Definitely. Yeah, I barely started the Dendroculi. I don't even think I have level, like, 2, to be honest. Right. I wonder what... I have a story quest unlocked because I was, using up my keys. Because, like, I would end up capping out on them.
Paimon, it's been a long time.
I've been immediately yoinked! But yeah, that's the reason why his is unlocked, because a lot of the others were locked behind other story quests. So I have some of the later ones, like Baijo is also unlocked, technically, because of that reason. So.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time
Hi, bird! I'm sorry, this pigeon is just, vibing, I guess. They're the new mascot. Unlock to remove the dot? I don't think that the red dot actually, like, sticks around as long as you, like, click in and click out. But, I did, it was mostly just to keep my, keys from capping, because I was doing my dailies a little bit more in the past. Pigeon steal the Timmy's spying on us. This is how he's going to learn about our weaknesses, and, use it against us to, just immediately trounce us.
Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling
another bird.
distracted
Oh, look at all these
work
birds.
lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
That pigeon looks so... Like, these white pigeons look so fluffy. I'm sorry, Huixing. I'm sorry. Just, they're very cute. Look at them bobbing their heads. Okay, yes. Something about work? Has something happened?
It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
I'm so sorry, Huixing. Just the little... Now it's even better because it's just the head bopping around. No, I'm not gonna kill them! They're really cute! They've grown on me! Timmy. These birds get to live. Not Timmy's though. Timmy's do not.
What's wrong with Uncle Tien?
Yeah, that's true. The passive is probably the reason why they're not running. I know that they still can run if you like touch them or like bump into them physically, but because we got yanked into a cutscene, I think that that's not like applying.
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days.
Oh, did they fly away? I don't know.
He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him.
Sorry, I just heard the pigeon now. Oh, wow. Even when they're not on screen, they're stealing the show.
Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Oh, the little coos. No, I can't kill them. I definitely cannot. They're just cute. They are. Oh, they're gone now. Bye. All right. Sweet madams. I'm not eating those birds. Oh.
Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Sometimes I don't know when they let me like actually interact or when they just automatically let me drag me into a cutscene. We're hungry. You can have other options. We got matsutake meat, salad, I can't, adepti temptation, that stew, Barbados stew thing, which I have made in real life. It's really good, by the way. Am I planning to play Baldur's Gate 3? No, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna sink more time into an RPG. I know that a lot of people are enjoying the heck out of those games, though. I might watch a playthrough at some point. Mushroom pizza? Yes, mushroom pizza. There's a 14 reference in there? Yeah, go for it. Why is there a 14 reference in there? Too hard to cook, but sweet madams are very easy to make. Take a wild guess. Is it like an early thing? Like AR? Like which expansion? If you choose the full hero background. Okay. Heaven's word. The full hero background. Oh shoot. Sorry, like you say full hero background and I just immediately just think D&D, which it is, you know, it takes that system and stuff. So it's like I have to fight through all of the other information that's like coming up in my brain with relevant searches. Trying to think, like, is it like to a specific character or like a certain quest? If it's like a side quest, then I wouldn't have done it. I hadn't started doing like side quests until probably Shadowbringers, actually. Specific character says it. Huh. Is that Hosh E font? Because like, you know, I feel like that's the big one. Is it a smile better suits a hero? No. No. Is that it? Is it that one? Oh my god. That is mean. 14 players out here playing Baldur's Gate 3 to have a good time, and they're just being emotionally attacked. Okay. Hi!
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea?
Can't even escape it in another game. The character that you make in Baldur's Gate 3, like, why do I feel trauma from this sentence? I don't even know this person. Oh my god. That's so why? Why? Yeah, me too with that freaking caption. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
Hey, so who was this guy again? I think it's been a really long time. Was he part of the Archon quests? Because his name is really familiar. And I can't remember anymore. I'm sorry, Uncle Tien. My memory's going with my old age.
Hoishin told you, didn't she?
I don't even know who Huixing is.
I'm quite all right.
Works with what?
It's just the years
Okay.
gradually catching up with me.
Okay, so like, he hasn't like showed up in like a prominent role because it sounds like we know him.
As I grow older, I'm
Yeah, one of the
starting to
Yeqixing.
find
Okay.
that with
All right.
many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels.
Yeah, the Qixing are always overworked. I don't blame him for being exhausted. He was in Ganyi's quest. Oh, that was a long time ago. The Traveler knows every single person in Teyvat by name, and it's like, that's so impressive. I can't remember names to save my life. Sometimes I'm in a conversation, and they've already told me their name, but I've forgotten it, like 10 minutes in, so I have to just kind of like nod and hope that I never have to address them by name. Like, I just talk to them directly, and then pray that every time that I bump into them, which ends up happening, I'm just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Because I remember them, I just don't remember their name. And it's so embarrassing to not know their name. Anyway, that aside, Traveler is a better memory than I. Stays in the map as an NPC down the... Oh, that's cool.
I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
Honestly, that's fair.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
I'm gonna be real, if my coworkers like had name tags, it would be so obvious that I'm like reading their names at like every given moment.
Oh, well, you see,
Good thing they don't.
Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes.
Actually,
planning and giving
even if I
advice.
did know their
So,
names, I feel like I
public
would still look at the
selection
name
process
tag because I just keep
remains.
second guessing myself.
We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf
Yelan.
as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh my god, here's the thing in like with my family, because like my family is in like China, I grew up calling them like 叔叔 or 阿姨 or something. I never learned their names. I never knew any of their names growing up. So like someone brings someone up and I'm just like, who? And then they have to like describe them physically or something, and then sometimes I have like a vague memory of who they are, and I'm like, oh, that person, that uncle, that aunt, or something. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's especially awkward to remember people there because like, because you know they're just like always just like, oh, I remember you from when you were like yay big, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know how to address you. But yeah,
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
I just noticed the teeny little tail on her back Like, it's not a real tail, obviously, but like, it's cute. Wait, I can't unsee this. So you see these two dots underneath the fur? It looks like little eyes, and like the little tufts up here look like ears, and it has a little tail, and like the little heart is a nose, and I think that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's so cute. It looks like just a little fox. Oh man. I wish I could zoom in on this just to look at it. Anyway.
It's Yelan!
Name tags are for coworkers or customer. Coworkers, you should probably theoretically know the names of better. Oh wait, is it actually supposed to be a face? Honestly, for me, I feel like it's literally just, as long as I know you're referring to me, you can call me many things. Like in... Because like it's a... Okay, not all fur coats have faces on them, okay? I feel like that's a fair thing to say. Not all fur coats have cheapy foxes' faces on them. But yeah, what was I gonna say? In like my middle school and high school, there were like 3 other people at least who shared my name. So I ran with nicknames so often that I'm just like, yeah, call me whatever, I guess.
Jackpot.
Except for Julie. Not really a fan of that one. Don't know why. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, exactly.
Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
Sure? What? Are we involved with this?
What do you think?
Can I just say I'm not really interested? I'm just curious what this is.
Makes sense. After all, whoever the next Tianshu is, it doesn't really make any difference to us.
Jacko was meant for the cryo archon. It's funny to think that she liked coats with funny faces. Wait, no, that just makes her sound really cute. Wait, that sounds adorable. Quest completed.
Still, Paimon's really curious to see which candidates Uncle Tian picked. So let's go take a look.
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
I don't need drip, I just want my plushies. You know what? Fair. I do understand. Plushies are really good.
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I think she's just kidding.
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead.
When Fontaine comes out, I'm gonna go find the... I mean, yes, I'm going to find all of the cute animals. Like, well, I'll go on the quests, and then I'm gonna get distracted by cute animals and coo over them for like 5 minutes before remembering, oh yeah, I have to go and like save the world probably, or run from the authorities, more likely. I feel like we're gonna get drawn into court somehow. Hello, welcome. Yelan is here, Yelan is here!
Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine
New
establishment,
owner?
this runs on the house.
What? Wait, when did she own a tea house?
You're all set?
Before Traveler gets arrested. I mean, that's happened in like every single country. We were on the run in Mondstadt. We were on the run in Nia. We were on the run in Inazuma. Very, very much on the run there. We were like definitely going again. Like we were part of an uprising in Sumeru. Something's gonna happen in Fontaine at this point. Throwing my arms in the air. We weren't. We did do crime though in Mondstadt. We did steal the lyre. It was a really short segment, but like we were definitely not aren't exactly their favorites. If the country of justice is the one place we don't get arrested, that would be nice.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
We're gonna walk into court and that thing in the trailer, like the device that like the judge device thing will just be like, you are immediately guilty. For what? You are guilty. Why? She knows so much tea, she needs a tea house to put them in. Well, actually, tea houses are probably good for like information gathering. You'll never catch me alive. We have robots in there. What?
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tien is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qianwei, Mingguo, and Zhi. Qianwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingguo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingguo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
If it was realistic, it would take several months for Fontaine to convict you of anything. Well, it's okay. They have a jury or a judge robot that apparently immediately proclaims you guilty or not. According to the trailer. At least from what I understand from the trailer.
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it.
Wait, how did we get roped into that?
Wide open.
Who are you, Yoshi? You can't just do tax evasion, only Yoshi can. Okay, let's see. Technically this is closer. And alley-oop. Ooh, I wonder if it'll yoink me into a cutscene and then just make me die from the fall damage. I'm just gonna plunge attack. Would it have yoinked me? Would it have yoinked me? Yes! Yes, it would have! If I just dropped it, I would have died.
What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair.
I immediately proclaim you not suitable for the position because you've got an ego.
I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
So, like, speaking of the immediate urge to dropkick, this guy.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
Actually, I have no idea what the, what was it? I forgot what the position was called. Tianshu. Yeah, the Tianshu. I don't know what they're, like, in charge of, so, like, I don't know what the qualifications are. He has a better attitude, but he is a little bit more uncertain. I don't know if it's a position of leadership, so I don't know if I would, Drops from the heavens, claws out. You are unfit for this position. Meow.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it.
So we've got two extremes. We've got too egotistical and self-centered. We've got too I don't want to say complacent, but like too uncertain, I guess, for this particular position. We got the guy in the middle, probably. Maybe something will change.
Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Yeah, this guy's a problem solver.
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be
Oh
sure.
my
But under
god.
the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
This guy. Throw tomatoes at failed applicants. We're giving away our tomatoes. They're mostly gone. Ish. No, we still have more. It's not a C anymore.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived.
That's them.
Mm-hmm. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview.
That seems pretty standard.
In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person.
Yeah, that seems pretty standard.
Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
Did you give them a page limit?
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
Okay.
There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay. Let's take a look. Let's start with the jerk. Addresses many commercial issues and provides some very penetrating analysis. Regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Okay. Ningbo. People's livelihoods. Greater good means a world that works for everyone. Okay. And then I'm guessing that G is probably gonna end up being like somewhere in the middle. Domestic affairs, foreign affairs, checks and balances. Okay. Problem solving. Can I just choose G? Like, he just is good for the position. That is a good approach to have, because then it's like you can address all of these sorts of things if that's like the core of your I guess platform. Oh, he's the one who wrote a really thick one. Huh.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
If throwing tomatoes during court is gonna get me put on trial, it's worth it.
Everyone took it very serious.
This is my rebellion. I hand everyone tomatoes.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets.
Alternatively, when proven innocent, throw tomatoes, so they get free tomatoes. Not at them, just in their general direction, so they get some nice tomatoes.
That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews.
Hello!
We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, otherwise he'll complain about not being able to sit in a nice
Well,
chair.
So you two are the assessment officers, are you?
No, I'm just here to assess the assessment officer.
I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps
I will
be
drop
assessing
kick
us in
you.
person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces.
I will drop kick you. Try me.
I trust you've read through my manifesto. I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Don't be such a condescending prick. Part of what your responsibilities are is to help take care of people's problems. Making it so that they can't read it and understand what you are proposing is a you problem, not a them problem. Don't you get on them with an expert audience thing. It's like deliberately writing in legalese for like a paper that's like meant to be read by like, I don't know, someone in the humanities or something. Like, there's no point to doing that other than to be a prick.
Mind your tone, mister.
You said it.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
Cloud Retainer is still better than this guy. Because, like, Cloud Retainer has, like, at least a little bit of an excuse. Oh, your communication skills are
Cloud
bad.
Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
This guy gives me the vibes of like, okay, so in 14, the monk quest, once you finish the pugilist ones, once you start the monk one, the job mentor for monk, or mentor, quote unquote, the guy you talk to for monk has like this attitude, and like it does not matter who your warrior of light is, like he will constantly be like, you're too stupid to read, aren't you? Let me explain in like bare terms so that your muscle brain can understand. It's just like, shut up. I'm about to punch you, and I know that would prove
Is
your
it my
point, but I
turn?
am still gonna punch you.
Yes.
I mean, boy.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
I would say this is not like Rivali. Okay. Just gonna say this out there. I like Rivali as a character. I think he's very interesting because like his ego and stuff is like big, but it's not because he looks down on other people for being like not as an expert as he is. The way his ego kind of worked, from what I interpreted, is that like he's the one champion who had to work for his skill. Like the skill that you use in that game is like that you borrow from him. He earned that through lots of hard work. Everyone else was basically born with their powers. So like he looks down on like strong people who didn't really like work their way up, sort of a thing. And he doesn't like when like titles and stuff are just given to people. So that's what I think about like. So that's where I think the difference between Tianwei and Rivali is. Like, yes, they're both kind of jerks, but like Rivali's is a little bit better because like he isn't targeting it towards like every person who isn't a hero. It's like literally at the heroes actually, because he doesn't think that they've earned their place, which isn't correct either, but like it's a little more understandable. But like Tianwei is just freaking classist. Every valedictorian college graduate with 0 work experience applying for a job. Oh my god, that is fair. Anyway, my rant aside.
9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled 2,347 cases.
I think that he's a good worker. I just don't think he'd be good in this particular position. Because like the Tianchu sounds like they have to like interact with people a lot, maybe?
I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in 16 days.
Genuinely good worker, but not decisive enough,
My
I think.
current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, honestly, yeah, like he needs the confidence, but I think he has the skills to back it up. Okay, gee. Hello, hack guy.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Humble. Honest.
Your manifesto is
Transparent.
very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
I love how this is the one person that we actually get to see a question and answer from, because it's very clear that they have like the best shot at this.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from, but I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself.
No, that's
and my
good.
manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
Right. So this guy went the extra mile to actually get multiple perspectives for each problem. That's actually really good.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results.
Nice, nice. Checks and balances. Fair.
If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Yeah, I don't know why we're here. We're just here.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
All right.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's my take on what we just learned.
Oh ho.
As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Now, I wonder if they're gonna pull something on us where, like, the guys, like maybe secretly checked what, Uncle Tien's, like, viewpoints were beforehand or something. I don't know. I wonder. Because, like, I mean, on the one hand, like, yes, know your exam, know who you're, like, taking over for. It should be more thorough in that case, I think. I think, like, what is it? What these things usually also, like, go around and ask, like, the people around them what the person is like and stuff to get a better gauge. Anyway, as of right now, that is the case, but also I wonder how much is his own work.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular
comment chest?
reason behind this?
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now.
Was this someone who worked for you?
Those three candidates all studied
Oh.
under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Oh,
Of all of
is
them,
the sound off?
Juri was with me for the longest duration.
Let me see if I can, because I'm pretty sure I can't raise the volume any further. Let me see. Yeah, everything's at max, so I don't think I can actually raise it any higher. I lowered my voice a little bit. Hopefully that helps a little. Maybe around here? Is you're on speaker? Maybe. I'm not sure. But, hopefully this works.
Whoa. So how did you get to know
I'll
them all,
raise it a
Uncle
little bit. Yeah, there.
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Juri, I was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner.
I'm waiting for G to actually be like sus or something, because otherwise, why would Yelan be here?
He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were
Maybe
out
I'm too
fishing,
paranoid.
and noticed how quickly he got on.
Well, he's a good friend.
Right. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
Perfectly normal job interview. End quest. That's
I
it.
don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to is
Is he being poisoned?
thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Favorite nation. In terms of story, probably Sumeru. In terms of, I guess, location, Mondstadt's always home. I don't know why I feel that way.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago,
No,
Jerry
no,
purchased
no,
a
no.
very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Jerry always
No,
brings
no,
some extra
no, no.
ingredients he
He's being
prepared in
poisoned, isn't he? No!
The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful.
No! What are the ingredients?
That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
What did you put in the soup? Oh, you know, some herb, spices, poison. You know, like a bit of pepper. What? What was that third one? Spices?
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
Mm-hmm. I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood.
I think we need to be more thorough than this.
Let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tien. Look after yourself.
Alright.
So it's gonna be Jiri, right?
No.
His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Something's wrong. Something's
Easy.
off.
Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
Maybe a practical one where they have to do something?
No, nothing like that.
Oh,
The
never mind.
assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels.
So yeah, you know, talking to the people that know them, getting recommendations, you know, things like that.
For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Who? Who?
Yes?
What the? Hi?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Are you just like in the walls or like where were you hiding?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
What is with people and just like appearing from the walls?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required.
I do feel a little bad for them because it's just like every time Yelan walks into like an open field, they're like, ah, dang it, how the heck are we supposed to hide here?
Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
I guess we're looking into it?
Juri, well, obviously as the most promising
there we go.
candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
You turn to Traveler, they're not there anymore, it's just the third guy. Where did Traveler go?
That's actually not a bad idea.
It was me, the pillar,
Let's go and ask him.
the whole time. Hey, don't get on them for not being able to swim. Ah. Okay. This is how they travel. They just climb on all the roofs. Right. Ah.
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Okay.
Even so.
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet.
I feel like they're full of poo.
If you won't take them, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life.
Feel like they know your buttons.
Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
I've got a lot of them.
Actually, we wanted to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
That story matches up too well.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man.
No,
We can finally
that's
bring the
actually a
guy
little
home.
sus. Because, like, how is it that, like, yeah, the first thing that everyone knows about this guy is his, very idyllic and angelic past, where, like, he was a saint who took cruelty and returned it with kindness. Like, that's... And even then, that's not really a lot of information. It's a lot of hearsay without any specific acts that can be, like, tracked down. I don't know, like... I think it's just because, like, this quest is meant to feel this way, but, like, oh man, he feels sus.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you?
My guy, the world does not center around your work.
Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the...
Are we gonna follow him?
Ah, that's Jerry right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Follow him!
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
Will I?
I understand. Let's walk and talk.
Dang it! Another stealth quest, no! Can you see me through this?
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you.
I can do
trust
that?
You understand our shop quite well?
I never knew you could duck.
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then. He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you.
Oh.
Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Is this guy doing crime? I had no... Can you do this on all of the other quests?
Thank you very much, Miss Yelan.
I didn't know you could crouch.
Pleasure, Mr.
What do you
Jerry.
mean you can
What's
see?
the
What
hurry?
do you...
Don't
What?
get too close, or he'll see you.
Hold on! How? Excuse me? You're not allowed to see through the boxes! What?
Try not to let him see you.
That has nothing to do with
I
sight!
understand. Let's walk and talk.
Come on! So it's proximity and not actually based on, like, him actually looking.
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
Oh my god, I hate this guy. He doesn't turn around. I hate
Truth
this
is,
guy.
an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now
I'll
and
go
then.
here then.
He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality
No,
fakes.
left clicking makes me stand up. I know. I'm aware.
Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
So yeah, he's a con artist. So I just
Thank
need
you
to...
very much, Miss Yelan.
So if I stand
My
here...
pleasure, Mr. Jerry. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see.
Right.
I'll be
Oh,
sure to
I
pick
see
out
the
a
little sprint
good
thing.
set for you. You can count on
If I
me.
dash now, he will see me through the boxes with his weird bat vision. Okay.
Jerry seems to get along really well with everyone.
I liked the first time I stealthed because, like, it was when the Millilith were trying to find you and Leah. And what I did was I just climbed on a roof and they just didn't look up.
Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Jerry's a great guy.
Paimon, did you not hear them talking about counterfeit?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Jerry because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
And also, like, not forgetting friends, that's... He has underworld ties.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys.
Have I completed the ideal quest? I have! He's very cool.
You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
Well, that's a real quick way to bribe Paimon.
Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
How far is it? Oh, that's actually pretty far. Okay, I'm gonna teleport. Why did the music stop? I'm back. Yeah, sneaking quests. Honestly, the Sumeru ones were harder, in my opinion. I mean, I guess it's further along, but like, oi. Alright. Here we go.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
That's a big fish.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
We are here to buy fishy information.
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone.
I feel like Traveler technically is part of it.
We've heard about this young man called Jur-E, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Oh yeah, I know that tunas are actually that big. It's wild how big they can get. Like I've seen like the Japanese fish markets, like not been there in person, but like I've seen like there was like a documentary about like sushi or something. And like, yeah, those fish markets, that's big fish.
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet.
Why does everyone know his past?
How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why is that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Hello. I am doing well. I feel like you can tell I'm doing well in that, like, the speed at which I talk. I don't know. Am I just supposed to... Where am I looking? Ah! I've been
Here to
yoinked.
buy some fish? It's 300 for 1 or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Wait, 300 for 1 or 3 for 1,000? Then I'll buy 300 for 1 3 times. That is cheaper. Okay.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again.
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
1,000 does not equal 900, my guy.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey.
Also, this is a totally real department that exists. Don't look into it.
We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish.
I just realized something. Like, I've been trying to figure out where the sus vibe is coming from. every single person here has talked about G's past, but no one has brought up G, like, talking to them about, like, you know, like, issues and stuff for his manifesto when he was gathering information, supposedly. Not a single person brought that up, which is interesting, I guess.
It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Also, the math literally doesn't add up. Uncle God's prices are just as bad as the inflation of the voice redeems. I was transparent about it.
Doesn't have a lot of Mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Hey, it's you guys. Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
You say you guys as if I should know who you are. Oh no.
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Now she's lying to a kid.
I mean, kids having fun.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days?
But they're all talking about these days about his past. That's...
I've heard many tales of Jur-E. For example, I can't remember. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh, it's like, oh, good night. Rest well.
Before that, people always
See
used
you in
to talk
Fontaine.
about Jur-E in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him.
Huh.
Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
It was manufactured.
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Jur-E stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Honestly, at this rate, I feel like Tian, what was it? Yeah. And Mingbo should just work together for the same, like for the one position. They balance each other out pretty decently. Although they're both pretty bad at public speaking for different reasons.
Oh, definitely.
Great. So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Yep.
Strange? What was strange about it? Jur-E seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gas spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign.
Kafka, y'all are just gonna start barking.
Right.
Indiscriminately.
And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do?
Sounds like you guys need the water, not me. But I will take a sip.
Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
Alrighty. We teleport like 3 steps. Okay. I wonder what her plan is, though.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up would be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Oh, the little ear flick. Oh, that's wonderful. Sorry, we're supposed to be looking at a manifesto. All right. Do I have to? They wouldn't.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
Or not. Oh, no. Okay. Due to a variety of factors, sea storms have become stronger in recent years. I suggest we set up a special patrol unit to deal with sea monsters. The fleet should consist of the following. Coastal defense, okay. Rock. Much of Lie's folklore suggests that Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth in the mountains of Lie. However, due to obstacles hindering the excavation operation at the chasm, many projects have been called off. The workers of the Blackcliff Forge have been idle near the Golden House for a long time now. They should be given first refusal if any suitable projects arise. Mining, tunnel construction, ruin exploration. Roads! The treacherous terrain around Huaguang Stone Forest and Qingyuan Peak means the area has weak transport links. Sheer mountain peaks are connected only by rope bridges. They are dangerous to walk on and wholly unsuited to the transportation of goods. These areas are rich in medicinal herbs and ore deposits. Building a road network around the mountains would be beneficial for everyone. Roads and bridges. So the last two were about like transportation, roads and bridges, tunnels and mining and the like. That's consistent. The first one was about coastal defense.
All this reading is giving Paimon a headache.
You got the Jade Chamber to beat up sea monsters. We only have that. I mean, they do keep rebuilding it. It takes a lot though.
Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, the cat's also taking a break.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers, Shanghua. If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei.
Oh, Tianwei, not Tianwei. Oops.
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Stop being a theater kid.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Tianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Okay, that's important. That's actually really good.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, actually, though, he's still condescending as hell towards them, but I guess he treats them fairly. All right.
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Tianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all.
Oh, dang. Actually very transparent. He just really needs to work on his, like, communication skills. And his ego.
Tianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
to validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back. Huh? How come you're here?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, when you're the competition, at least.
You... whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you.
So I wonder how they're really good at hiding, given that they're bickering all the time.
Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbua.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
Can they just both be considered? Like, for the same... like, just have two people on it?
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbua at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbua is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the ministry often gets Mingbua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval.
Ooh.
Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbua gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. Paimon's starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
So what about the third guy?
So, have you finished
Is he-
reading the manifesto?
Is the third guy still lost in the ocean somewhere?
We still have a bit left.
Alright.
I
Guess
can't
I don't
see
get to
any
know what the
immediate
last things
problems
are.
Looking at the individual entries, the only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Cheongshu Pool redevelopment plan. Cheongshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground.
Is it Ajdaha? Ashtaha? Ashdaya? I don't know.
At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Cheongshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Jur-E's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions. Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto?
Oh yeah, the tunnels and excavation of the chasm.
He said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Jur-E wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Cheongshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
Not
No,
necessarily.
Not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Shenwei and Mingbok both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
Oh, okay. Can I? Yes, I can teleport. That's good. I'm guessing this is down. Yes, let me just not hopefully get caught in a cutscene and die. I'd really not want to.
This is the Blackcliff Forge.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
I mean, can I just talk to you? Hi.
Anything strange been going on recently?
It's a great way to get information.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? Strange how?
Just, stuff. When it happens, you think to yourself, huh, that was weird.
This question.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere asking questions like that. Let's just take a look around.
That arrow is really telling me to look there. Right. What is this? Nothing of note. Nothing of note. Heyday. 3 new recruits. One of the newcomers is very skilled. Nothing of note.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Cheongshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, They'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for...
Oh, cool. Now we actually have a question. Hi, we're back. Disregard what we asked earlier.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else.
Now the question is, did they actually go to the
Looks like
restaurant
our
or somewhere
hunch was
else?
on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story.
Yeah.
I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
Ooh.
I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Maybe they have elemental residue. No, they don't. Okay. Well, footprints? More footprints.
Anyway, hurry, we gotta catch up.
I'm gonna sniff them out. This way? Oh, the circle.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Oh, look, a puppy.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
They're leaving a lot of footprints. They're leaving a lot of footprints.
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
Yeah, that tracks. All right. What is in here? Odd. Okay. Someone slept here. Someone used a fire. If you were too tall, would you not be able to get through? Okay, anyway. Ooh, it's Xiao to prove that he's short. I mean, Kazuha and Xiao have like the same like heighted models, so yeah, they're short. Wait, does Xiao have the taller one? No, I don't think they have a taller one. I just... Anyway. Oh wait, so if I stand in this doorway, it's just not gonna let me change. Oh man, that's so funny. All right, leaves.
Looks like we were too
Bunked.
late. This has gotta
Guess
be
I
where
can't
the
use my brain
newcomers
cells for this
rendezvous
for the
with whoever
mission.
they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
Implying the existence of brain cell. You got a good point.
The odds of that are very
Not here
slim.
lying to
It's
myself.
practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Percussive maintenance.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge. They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that.
Recalibrated.
Clearly, they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
So they know we're investigating?
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those
Sunsetias.
newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Excuse me?
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
Oh, I can add a bonk sound next, I think. Need to write that down for later. Wow, that is indeed fragrance.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
It's always the Tui.
The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Is this the guy who was like drowning in an ocean for the past 2 days?
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Oh no, he's damp.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me.
The sea is wet. Is water wet? Anyway.
No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting.
He's being
then I wonder how that
poisoned.
even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence.
Poison!
Well, any suggestions?
Tell him.
Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next.
He's gonna go to the people who...
Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
All right. That's something that Hunter x Hunter taught me. When they think they're about to win is when they're most vulnerable. Okay, so at 9, it's it? Something like that? The ocean is a soup. Oh, you can argue that. There are, like, undersea volcanoes that, like, boil, like, some parts of the ocean. I would say so. Alright. Gonna jump down in style. Water soup. I mean, it has fish in it.
It looks like we're all here.
Sound effect.
Well
All right.
then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh, congratulations. Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates
don't
for the
do
Tianshu
that.
position.
Don't do
As your
this.
competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents.
This is kind of like a low-key jerk thing to do. Like, this is just rubbing it in.
Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
Is it because you can't do it?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
Hello.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
I think he's counting on them to say no.
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow.
Wait, no. Why am I doing following?
Traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't?
I mean, regardless of everything, the guy's better at talking. Ooh, have fun with dinner. Ha! I'm free! Wait. Oh my gosh. Alright. Arara? I mean, it had to come up at some point. Oh, okay.
Well...
Yep. Hi, welcome. I'm being bullied again. This is the reason why those are such high prices on those redeems.
I'm being bullied.
If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
How would I describe the Yuwu? Defeated.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Oh, thank goodness
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
not the ones who have to trace him down. Track him down.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Jury has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhi really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Stealing flowers. Okay, we're good? Okay, now I can tell. Oh, wait, no, it's literally here. All right.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Zhi didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
Just melted in the walls.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinyue Kiosk. He only went in briefly, Upe and I were watching outside the whole time.
Probably went out a back
A
exit.
few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that
Oh,
it was
that too.
him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Mysteries upon mysteries. Oh. You know, do you have any, oh. Oh, I'm not allowed in. Wait. Oh, what? I'm not allowed in. Walks in anyway. All right.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
He just changed in front of you? Wait, actually? This is a restaurant. I feel like this is not the place to be having a costume change.
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Undressing in public?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Oh, yeah. The conversation we overheard earlier. Yeah, that tracks. They were literally talking about like, yes, you didn't forget your old friends. Like, that should have been our first guess, actually. Welp. Hi! How's
Hey,
being
Miss Nina.
sus?
Sorry to bother you. Jur-E ordered a wineware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item.
Okay, never mind. Well, you're not sus, but like, guy sus.
Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jur-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jur-E bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Lean Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
Stop bickering!
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
He's damp. He has a cold.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
Because it's wine glasses, right? That denotes more like the country of origin sort of a thing? Or like And it depends on the type of wine too. Because the fiery spirits, it sounds like it's probably vodka or something. I mean, I know that Chinese liquor can be really, really strong too, but like, that's not typically drunk in wine glasses.
First of all, Zhi isn't much of a drinker.
Oh, really?
On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Zhi's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware.
It might also just been translated to be wine glasses just to make it.
Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
The bank?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Why is it always the Fatui? Is it always Snezhnaya?
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Zhi may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Zhi bought that liquor for and follow them instead.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Zhi is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Zhi might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they are kind of discussing this in a kind of public location.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Zhi may be a slippery character.
Especially when they were bickering very loudly.
Movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yansheng Tea House.
Well, it is in fact night. Let me just teleport 3 feet. Hello.
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Zhi mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice. I'll give them that.
Am I planning to wish for anyone in Fontaine? I'm gonna spend a couple on the knee and hope that I have enough time to save for Chlorind.
Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Alright. Qingshu Pool. To here. And off we go. Are they like... Did they climb all the way up there, or...
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me.
Oh, never mind. We are going closer to the ground. The place that you pointed out. Where is that? Oh, okay, just there.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
Hiding under the water. They're all damp now.
They have other things to take care of
Never
first.
mind.
We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Enter the under... Oh. Okay. I feel like this is not exactly the most comfortable place to, like... I feel like this isn't the safest place to have a meeting. I won't lie. So, how this works is, like, I tie them up. Ah! I'm trying to figure out how this works, you jerks!
Right now, emerge. Start delivering. Right now.
Oh, shoot. I have to do that. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, you're just gonna die.
As I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
Ooh, treasure chest. Oh. How did I get through here?
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
I feel like it'd be really loud if we opened that door. Dig under the door.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Oh, okay. Ah. Well, that's convenient. I'm glad there's a levitating platform. Alright. Oh, fire. Oh, it's mine now. I'm glad that he paused to just, you know, contemplate life for a little bit. Let's do this.
Right here. Right now. Emerge.
Nope, nope. Nope, nope.
Into the wind.
Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, come on.
Here comes the catch. Sign here, please.
Jerks. Okay. Back. There we go. Oh, nope. Never mind. Sonic! Stop, stop, stop. Hey, Sunsetia. All these shields. Alright. Manually move where you want Yelan to go in her E. Okay, and then you, like, wrap them up? Like, it looks like that's what's been happening? I feel like that's a little loud, but okay. I feel like that's a little noticeable, but okay. The more opponents you wrap, the better. Oh, okay, okay. That's neat.
Water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
I feel like that's really noticeable. Oh, what's down here? A pit. All right, then. Sometimes you just have a pit. And sometimes floor ice cream gives you health. Okay. Good thing we went through the really loud secret entrance. Okay. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, let me try it again. Oh, I have to hold down the button though. Wait, no, I don't. Okay, that's neat.
One with nature.
I got me. Oh, this way? Yeah, Kira has bells when moving around. It's really cute. Okay, I found a fire. Looks like it's on the other side. Can I just get both? let's see. Using Yelan's burst and then Ayato's skill counts as normal diet. Huh. Hold it if you want a longer time on you because if you release it ends. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try it again.
Gotcha.
Oh, neat. So this, and then... That's neat. Cool. Now I have gambling. Was this where I came from? Oh god, I'm getting lost. Oh no, I'm getting lost. Well, there's a treasure chest though. You don't have to hold the entire time, at least on PC. Okay. Huh. Alright, got that. And now I can go... Frick. Hey, cool. Can I go this way? What? Why? 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 Oh, that's why. I see. Yelan is OP and hyper boom. I won't drown. Wait, no! Wait! Hold on! No! Right as I asked, too. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I got her paws wet, and that was too much. Shoot, where's the platform? Is it this way? Where did it go? Oh, no, I'm not supposed to go this way. I'm supposed to go through the hole in the wall. Okay. I thought the pool was shallow! Well, that's why I have that emote, I guess. Oh? Oh, that's why that pool's there. Oh! Who made this?
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Ah! Wrong button. I like the little sound effects for them. That's cute. I might have to... Yeah, I have to move this one out of the way first, actually. Let's see. This can go here. This can go here to make room. Come on. I'm gonna move this first. Move this over so that I can move this out of the way. This way, and then this one. And that's the puzzle.
The door is open. Let's go.
Yeah, that's not noticeable at all. All right.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Ah, yes, a single weed. Ah! Heckin' heck.
Busted.
Oh, I should probably.
Right now.
Oop. Okay. Bit of this. Bit of this. Can I just keep spinning? Okay. Spinning seems to be my tech for everything now. Boom!
Busted.
Oh! C2. Neat. Oh, that's a little excessive. Oh well. Ah. Raw meat. I'm sure that didn't go bad. Oh, I don't have to hit an enemy for that to activate. That's neat. Obliterated. Sometimes you just spin to win. Alright. Through the crevasse. Oh, perfect spot to eavesdrop in.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed.
How do you think this official felt being told, hey, let's make our meeting spot some random underground ruins past, like, mobs of enemies, just so that we could sit at a random stone table with very uncomfortable chairs?
Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Really? 4-piece noblesse. Oh, is he gonna die?
Oh, sorry. That went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there.
Oh,
If you
never
want to
mind.
stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Knew it. Oh, I knew it.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
That's the only thing you feared? You didn't feel guilty that you were poisoning your teacher who cared about you like almost like a son? Okay.
I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup.
I love that this guy is just completely outing his entire plan up to this point, even though he already knows the plan.
What was it you said? Oh, yeah.
It's almost like he's a plant.
Fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qing Shu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
I mean, in their defense, I'm sure that they really don't think that anyone would have followed them here of all places. Like, they did lock the door behind them and everything. But, like, at the same time, why are you rehashing stuff that you already know, my guy?
Did you hear that? It was poison.
Don't discuss things, you're too close.
Feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing. What a nasty guy. Seize him.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera?
I always have a
If
camera.
not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Hey, yo.
Excellent liquor. We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juryi. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
Oh, are they like drunk?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes, under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time.
Isn't Ningguang's story that she rose from poverty? I can't quite remember if that was her story.
Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes, I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
That sounds like he's about to poison this guy.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
Murder.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass.
Murder.
If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great.
Considering that he doesn't sound drunk at all, even though he's supposedly a lightweight. Interesting. Yeah, this is murder.
What the?
Yeah, because, like, if... that's fun. Well, murder!
Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
He could still have low self-esteem.
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge.
Oh.
I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives. The ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Cherry, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight.
Isn't the poison supposed to be pretty fast acting?
After I die, they'll come looking.
He diluted
and
it
get to the bottom of this.
just to have like this villainous monologue.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
What? How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Cherry, you...
Okay.
It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture.
Oh, that is genuinely creepy.
Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Oh god, okay. He's crazy, crazy. Gonna take a sip. It's not tea, but it's one half of it. It's water. Yeah, he did a really good job. You've been caught, red-handed, and we're about to let this official die of poison on the ground.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan.
Really? Really? Okay, we're doing this now.
I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
I feel like murder is still, not legal, right? Maybe?
This is how you want to play it, huh?
Like, okay.
Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name. And that
No.
much I can still guarantee.
No.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment.
Are you really trying to bribe every person in this room right now? Are you that daft? Oh my god. Dude.
I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
Not murder?
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
Let's see if he feels guilty.
Exactly. Jury, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
This guy, the sitch, the audacity of this bitch.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity. Even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough. That's enough.
All right, cool. We have now
Life
broken him
is like
emotionally.
fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Become one of her lackeys? Is that what's happening?
Sorry, things are
'Cause he
about to
was
get
genuinely
extremely
clever.
busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Real quick question. How much more of this quest is there left? Because it feels like the end, but it sounds like there's a couple of things to wrap up.
My fur's all wet. Do you want a box to hide in too?
Oh, is it raining? Jessica, this is the last part. Okay, then I will do that. And wait till 8. Pretty much at the last part. Okay, cool. Then I will finish this. Alright. Yenshang Tea House. Are we gonna tell him what happened? Or are we gonna be, like, vague about it? Wait, I went the wrong way. No! I went the wrong way! Why did the thing... Okay, this way. No drowning in tiny pools of water. Ah!
There is now no poison left in his system, but recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
I'm glad someone finally checked that out.
Dr. Baishu, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering. Don't worry, I will. Thank
going back in time. Bye, Ju.
Ah, and you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. And I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone, and my mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Ooh, this lets the other two contenders like work on themselves to like potentially get the position again later. That's good.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Zhi was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Zhi's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Zhi colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Jur E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
It's a wonder that they're able to get away with so much crime and still not get called out diplomatically.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan.
Oh, the rich one, yeah.
The position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger.
Ah, adrenaline junkie. Got it.
All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out.
Wait, we have to find out?
But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons.
Hey, maybe if we get jailed in Fontaine, you can break us out or something.
If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Well, there she goes. Off into the distance. Okay. I would love to talk about this and not cut it short. However, I'm very over time. So, I'm gonna go find somebody to raid. Oh hey, Allegra is doing Power Wash Simulator again. I am here to inflict psychic damage on everyone with my resin. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, and shoot, starting Fontaine on Wednesday. Keep telling yourself that you aren't. Alrighty, let me do that. Damage every stream, either from my inventory from 14 or, you know, the resin. Yeah, it's a tit for tat situation. Equal bullying is what happens on this stream. Alrighty. Okay. Could I? Because something. I've run out of brain juice. I'm so sorry. I tried to come up with something to say back and I couldn't. Alrighty. I am going to hop off now. Thank you guys for hanging out. I said that already. Take care. Yeah, good luck. I hope that your pulls are blessed.